Sorry, I've been seeing deer already. It's 1:20 in the afternoon. We got in here early. We saw an 8-point on the way in. I think it was a 3-year-old, but still a good buck. I just grunted a couple minutes ago. Haven't had anything reacting yet, but we're hoping something will ride through here. We're on a transition between pine trees, thick bedding area, and oak trees, open hardwoods. It's a pretty good spot. I'm hoping one will dog a doe through here or something. I'm just waiting. There's some big ones in here. But like I said, it's 1:20 in the afternoon. Pretty early. We had a deer here. It's a big 7-point. We had him on camera. He went through here at 12:38, I believe. And he hit this scrape in front of us. 18 yards in front of us. But there's some pretty good bugs in here. I'm gonna cut this camera off and hopefully we can have some deer coming through here soon. Maybe a shooter buck. It might be my last hunt of the year. Which this hunt right here seems to be my best. I don't know why, but it seems to be my best. Sorry, I'm looking out here for deer. Daggum, they're everywhere, but this hunt right here seems to be my best. We still got 2 weeks of season. But I got the elite Kure out here this afternoon. And we're hoping for some action. There should be some here soon. Might be later this evening, I don't know. It's been raining all morning. Should get these deer on their feet. And it went from, I think, 72 degrees yesterday to 53 this morning. So that's always good. And it's drizzling a little bit now. So. Anyways, hopefully when I cut this camera back on, there'll be a shooter buck in front of it. Alrighty. Alright, y'all. It's February 27th. It's a Saturday. Second to last day of deer season for North Florida. It's primitive weapon right now, so I got the Kure out, and this morning hasn't been the best for me. I made a rookie mistake. I don't know how I did it, but long story short, I waited too long to get out of camp, and I didn't get out there early enough, and so I ended up turkey scouting, trying to find some old longbeards for this son gun to eat up on opening weekend. But y'all won't recognize this tree, but this is the tree that I killed my first bird on last year. It was just a jake, but I killed my first bird all by myself right here, calling them up. And there's a fence line back here behind this clear cut, and they came up and dipped the fence, and which I was surprised they did, and I couldn't get a shot on them, so I jumped up, turned around, and shot them as they flew away. Sounds crazy, but I know y'all won't believe me. I didn't have that one on film, but anyways, about that buck. So I'm not making up any excuses or nothing, but so I have
I just got this new spot hog sight. It's amazing, and it's a 3-pin slider, and I hadn't had much time to zero it in, and I didn't have all my pins sighted in. All I had was a 20-yard, a 30, a 40, a 50, and a 60, and I just used my bottom 2 pins, and at the time I had it set where my middle pin was at 20 yards. So, but I didn't know what my last pin was set at, and he stepped out and he walked the edge of the pine rows at 33 yards, and I had my pin set at 20, so I had to guesstimate, and I just missed that buck. I mean, I hit the deer, but it sounds crazy, but the arrow went like this, and the deer ducked, and the fletchings, the back end of the arrow hit it, but the front end with the broadhead and everything didn't hit it. It was beats all I've ever seen, but I just didn't miss that deer hard. I mean, technically I didn't miss it, but I counted it as a miss. So I think I'm gonna be in the hog woods this afternoon. It's pretty hot right now. The deer want to be focused in the morning hunts right now with this weather, but I screwed it up this morning. I reckon I'll just go after some hogs. I've had plenty of good deer this year. I've tagged 11 out of 3 states, and missed that big one. Killed a 6-point, big 6, earlier in the season in Georgia. But that was an eventful hunt, and now we're talking about the hunt last week. You'll see this on the video, but it was an eventful hunt, or week before last. What had happened is we hunted for a straight week, and I killed a few. I think I killed 2 does and 1 hog. I've already had the hog video up here, but that one, it rained all day, and then it shut off, and it dropped 20 degrees in one day. It was 72 that morning and 53 that afternoon when I shot that buck, so 19 degrees. It was insane, and those weather changes push those deer up on our feet. But what's even more cool is that buck, the same buck that I missed, wrapped around the whole, I think, 60-acre parcel that we were on, and hit one corner and wrapped all the way around and came from behind my papa, and he shot that deer. So I was gonna name that deer the Lucky 8 because he avoided my arrow just about that much. He wasn't too lucky when the old 308 and papa got him. He wasn't no match for that 308. He made a perfect shot on him. He didn't run 30 yards, but I'm just out here. I'm blessed to be out here enjoying creation, whether I'm hunting or not. I mean, I got my bow just in case something walks out. I'm trying to listen for some turkeys gobbling, and it's a little bit too early for them, but they'll still shot gobble. Hopefully, this afternoon we'll get you on something. You should see this video way before you see a video this afternoon, but that's how that hunt played, and I'm glad y'all watching my channel. I think it's pretty cool. But y'all stay safe out there and try not to miss deer like me. If you do, it happens. Remember, it happens. And just try not to miss these deer. It's bad. It hurts you. But I'll catch you on another video. Hopefully we can get into some trouble this afternoon. Maybe get some turkeys here in a couple weeks. Alrighty, y'all.